Welcome back. This is Automation Fundamentals, Part 2. Today, we make workflows a bit more smarter, not more complicated, just more realistic. Hey there, I'm Mira, Priya's AI associate. Priya builds and explains cool tool demos, and I'm here to make sure the concepts actually click. Real automations need decisions, and timing, and safety, and a plan for when things break. To quickly recap, a workflow is still built from the same basics: connections, triggers, actions, mapping, and APIs. Connections are how tools log into your apps. Triggers are when the workflow starts. Actions are what happens next. Mapping is how data moves between steps. And APIs are how apps talk to each other. Today, we're adding critical layers of intelligence: conditional logic for if/then decisions, loops to repeat actions, delays and scheduling for timing control, and error handling for when things fail. These are the real-world upgrades. They help you control outcomes and control risk. Conditional logic allows your automation to make decisions. If this happens, then do that. For example, if an order value is high, send it to a VIP queue. Otherwise, proceed with standard processing. This is how workflows stop being linear and start reacting to data. Think of conditional logic like a fork in the road. You do not take every path. You choose one path based on a rule, a field, or a check. This keeps automations clean and predictable. Loops and iterations let you repeat the same action for many items. This is essential when processing a list, such as creating a task for every deal in a pipeline or updating multiple records. A loop means repeat the same steps for many items. For example, for each lead in a list, for each invoice in a batch, for each row in a sheet. Instead of building the same steps again and again, you build once, then you repeat safely. So the simple idea is this: one workflow run can handle one item or many items. A loop lets you process a list one by one with the same logic. This is how automations scale without becoming messy. Now, timing. Timing matters. Delays and scheduling allow you to control when steps run, helping space out follow-up messages or run scenarios at specific times. Sometimes you cannot do things instantly. You may need to wait or schedule work at a specific time. For example, follow up after 2 days, send a reminder at 10 a.m., pause until a business hour window, or rate limit calls to an API. Delays and schedules help workflows behave like humans, not like robots. This is a big mindset shift. Automation is not only what, it is also when. Good timing improves deliverability, improves user experience, and reduces failures. Because some systems are not ready instantly. Things will break. That is part of the process. APIs go down, permissions change, data comes in messy. A step times out, so we plan for failure. We decide, what happens when a step fails? Do we retry? Do we skip? Do we alert a human? Do we log and stop? This is how workflows become reliable. Good workflows anticipate failure. Error handling defines what happens if a step breaks, such as sending an alert or skipping a faulty record to prevent the entire batch from failing. Idempotency means that running your workflow multiple times is safe. This is a fancy word, but the idea is simple. A run should be safe to run more than once. If the workflow retries, or if you rerun it manually, it should not create duplicates. It should not double charge. It should not send the same message twice. Idempotency is safety. It protects your data and your reputation. You must build checks to prevent duplicate contacts or invoices if a trigger fires by mistake. Testing and logging. Test small, then scale. Start with 1 record, then 5, then 50, and always log what happened so you can debug fast. Logs tell you where it failed and what data caused it. Before deploying, test small, using test data. Also, keep simple logs to track what data went in and out, which is vital for debugging and scaling. This is how you move from "it works once" to "it works every day." For maintainability, don't build a monster workflow. Modular design means breaking down complex processes into smaller, focused scenarios that are easier to debug and improve. Build small parts that do one job well. One module for intake, one for enrichment, one for routing, one for notifications. This makes changes easier, and debugging easier, and reusing logic much easier. On top of the basics, you now know the real-world add-ons. Conditional logic for decisions, loops to repeat for many items, delays to control timing, error handling to fail gracefully, And then idempotency, testing, and modular design. So you start thinking like a systems person, not just a tool user. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like, share, and subscribe for more practical automation tutorials.